In June 1962, 3 daring inmates, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, executed the boldest prison break in US history from the escape-proof Alcatraz. With cunning and desperation, they vanished into the night. Did they reach freedom, or were they lost to the bay? The Rock of Despair. Let's set the scene for one of the most audacious prison escapes in history, the infamous Alcatraz Escape. Think of this, a small rocky island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, surrounded by cold, turbulent waters. This isn't just any prison. It's Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary, often referred to as the Rock. Built to be a fortress for the most dangerous criminals in America, it was designed to be escape-proof. Now, can you think of being locked up in a place like that? The very name Alcatraz sends chills down your spine. It housed notorious criminals like Al Capone and Robert Stroud, known as the Birdman of Alcatraz. The prison was notorious for its harsh conditions and strict discipline. Guards ruled with an iron fist, and the isolation was suffocating. But wait, there's more. Over the years, eerie legends began to emerge about Alcatraz. Guards reported strange noises at night, whispers and footsteps echoing through empty halls. Some even claimed to see ghostly figures roaming the grounds. Many believe that the spirits of former inmates still linger on that island, adding to its haunting atmosphere. The masterminds behind the bars. Now, let's meet our escape artists, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence. These guys weren't your average inmates. They were clever, resourceful, and determined to reclaim their freedom. Frank Morris was born in 1926 and had a rough upbringing that led him into a life of crime. He wasn't just any criminal. He was known for his intelligence and had a knack for escaping from prison. Then we have the Anglin brothers. John was born in 1930 and Clarence in 1931. They were seasoned criminals with a history of bank robbery. When these 3 men met at Alcatraz, they quickly bonded over their desire for freedom. Can you think about their conversations, plotting their escape while stuck in one of the most secure prisons in America? It must have been thrilling. Their backgrounds were marked by desperation and resourcefulness, qualities that would prove crucial as they plotted their escape from the Rock. They knew they had to think outside the box to break free from this fortress, crafting a dream of freedom. So how did these 3 men plan such an audacious escape? Over the several months leading up to June 1962, they crafted an elaborate plan that would turn their dreams into reality. They used whatever materials they could find within the prison walls. Talking about creativity. First, they fashioned makeshift tools from metal spoons stolen from the dining hall. They used these spoons to dig through the walls of their cells, widening ventilation ducts that led to utility corridors. Imagine spending months digging away while trying not to get caught. But here's where it gets interesting. To trick the guards during head counts, they created lifelike dummy heads using soap, toilet paper, and human hair collected from barbershop clippings. These decoys were placed in their beds at night to give the illusion that they were still asleep during head counts. And let's not forget about their most ambitious project, the makeshift raft. They turned more than 50 stolen raincoats into rafts and life jackets. They sewed these raincoats together using thread from torn bed sheets and melted rubber from prison heating pipes to create waterproof seams. A night of reckoning. Finally, the night arrived, June 11th to 12th, 1962. A night filled with tension and anticipation. After months of planning and preparation, everything hinged on this one moment. As darkness fell over Alcatraz, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers quietly executed their meticulously crafted plan. They crawled through those widened vents and made their way to the roof of their cell block. Can you feel the tension? Every movement is calculated and silent as shadows. They navigated through barbed wire fences until they finally reached the shoreline where they had hidden their raft. This was the moment they had been waiting for. With adrenaline pumping through their veins, they launched their makeshift raft into the frigid waters just after midnight. The sound of crashing waves filled their ears as they prepared to paddle toward freedom. Rafting to freedom. With hearts racing like never before, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers climbed into their makeshift raft and began paddling across San Francisco Bay. Think of standing on that rocky shore, one foot in freedom and another in uncertainty. Every stroke could lead them closer to salvation or doom. The icy water posed significant challenges. Temperatures were dangerously low and strong currents threatened to pull them under. But buoyed by hope and desperation, they paddled furiously toward what they hoped would be safety on solid ground. As dawn approached, uncertainty loomed over them like a dark cloud. Would they make it? Would anyone notice their absence before it was too late? The stakes were incredibly high. Failure meant not just recapture, but potentially death in those treacherous waters. Incredibly, even with extensive searches by authorities following their disappearance, no trace of Morris or the Anglin brothers was ever found. Several theories emerged regarding their fate. Some believed they drowned in the bay's icy waters, while others speculated they successfully reached land and escaped into anonymity. Their journey across San Francisco Bay remains shrouded in mystery. Did they survive? Did they reach land? Or did those unforgiving waters claim them? This escape is one for the ages, a testament to human ingenuity and determination against all odds. The alarm. Visualize the scene. The morning of June 12, 1962, and the sun is just beginning to rise over Alcatraz Island. Suddenly, a piercing alarm shatters the early morning calm. Guards rush around in a panic, realizing that 3 inmates, Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence, are missing. The initial confusion quickly turns into chaos as the guards scramble to assess the situation. The decoy heads made from papier-mâché fooled everyone during the nighttime head count, allowing the escapees to slip unnoticed. As the alarm blares, a lockdown is immediately ordered. All activities on the island halt as guards search every nook and cranny of the prison. The realization that prisoners have successfully escaped from what was considered an escape-proof facility sends shockwaves through the ranks of law enforcement. This is not just a prison break, it's a national crisis. Within hours, a massive manhunt is launched. Multiple military and law enforcement agencies join forces, conducting extensive air, sea, and land searches. Helicopters hover over the bay, while boats scour the waters surrounding Alcatraz. The Great Escape. Now that we've set the stage for chaos at Alcatraz, let's dive into the intriguing theories surrounding what happened after the escape. Did Morris and the Anglin brothers make it to safety, or did they perish in the frigid waters of San Francisco Bay? The mystery surrounding their fate has fueled countless debates and theories. Some believe they successfully reached land and vanished into anonymity. There were reports of sightings in various locations across California shortly after their escape, leading many to speculate that they had enlisted outside help to make their getaway. A man claiming to be John Anglin contacted a lawyer just days after their escape. This only added fuel to the fire of speculation. However, there's also evidence that suggests a more tragic outcome. Fragments of their makeshift raft were found near Angel Island, indicating they may have attempted to swim to safety, but succumbed to the treacherous currents instead. In 1979, after years of investigation, the FBI officially closed its case on their disappearance, concluding that they likely drowned in the bay. But even that didn't stop people from theorizing. Documentaries and TV shows like Mythbusters have tested the feasibility of their escape plan, concluding it was indeed possible for them to have made it across. Hollywood's take on Alcatraz. The legendary escape from Alcatraz has inspired countless films and documentaries. One of the most notable is Escape from Alcatraz, released in 1979 and starring Clint Eastwood as Frank Morris. This film dramatizes their daring escape and has become iconic in its portrayal of prison breaks. But Hollywood doesn't just stop there. Various adaptations have explored different angles of this incredible story, from TV movies like Alcatraz, The Whole Shocking Story, to documentaries that delve into every detail of their escape plan. Filmmakers have been captivated by this tale of ingenuity and desperation. These portrayals shape our understanding of what happened on that fateful night in June 1962. They highlight not just the escape itself, but also delve into the personalities of Morris and the Anglin brothers, showing us their determination and cleverness in crafting such an elaborate plan. However, It's important to remember that while these films are entertaining, they often take creative liberties with historical facts. They dramatize events for effect, which can sometimes blur the lines between myth and reality. Reflections on freedom. Now let's take a moment to reflect on what this incredible escape teaches us about human resilience and ingenuity. The story of Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers is not just about breaking out of prison, it's about hope against all odds. It reminds us that even in seemingly impossible situations, people will always find a way to fight for their freedom. Their daring escape also raises important questions about our prison system. What drives individuals to risk everything for freedom? Is it desperation, a desire for redemption, or perhaps a combination of both? These questions challenge us to think critically about incarceration and rehabilitation. Furthermore, this story serves as a reminder that sometimes we underestimate human creativity and determination. Morris and his accomplices turned everyday items into tools for escape, showing us that with enough ingenuity, anything is possible, from prison to tourist attraction. Finally, let's transition from history to modern-day Alcatraz. Today, this infamous island has transformed from a maximum security prison into a popular national park and tourist destination. Visitors flock from all over the world to explore its storied past and learn about its infamous inmates. Walking through those crumbling walls today gives you chills as you visualize what life was like for those who spent years behind bars there. The former prison cells now serve as reminders of resilience, a testament to those who dared to dream of freedom. The tours often include stories about famous escapes like Morris's and highlight how these events shaped public perception of prisons in America. Alcatraz has become more than just a site for incarceration. It symbolizes intrigue and mystery, drawing people in with its dark history while preserving its legacy for future generations. What do you think happened to Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers? Did they make it to safety, or did they meet a tragic end in the waters of San Francisco Bay? Drop your theories into the comments below. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to more captivating stories from history. Thanks for watching.